sequence of characters. By sequence, we mean it is ordered internally. So it is ordered, meaning order generally has a numbering, right? So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So order or a sequence meaning it follows on a certain numbering order. Okay, so by which we mean Python is internally stored in memory in a particular, string is stored in memory in a particular order. So for example, if I have a string has hello, so this is ordered internally. The string is a ordered sequence. So the first one, second, and so on. So the ordering always starts with the number 0. The ordering always starts with the number 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? This numbering, right, is called index. Is called index. Why the term index here? So do you all have seen books, right? So where the first and second pages you will have something called indexing. Yes. On which you can quickly check, like, what is the page number. You can just find it easily. So it is faster to access by looking at the index. You know where is which chapter, and you can quickly jump onto that chapter. In the same way, if you know the index number here, you can quickly go to that character. Okay, you can quickly check, like, what is stored in index 3, it will return L. What is stored in index 1, it will return E, and so on. Right? So the indexing always starts from the number 0. Indexing always starts from the number 0 and goes till the length of a string. Okay. Now, what is the length of the string? What is the length of the string?
5.
5, sir.
If I say print len of A, it is going to print 5. What is the maximum index number that we have?
4.
Right?
Yes,
The
sir.
maximum index number that we have is 4. So the maximum index that we can get up to is 0 to len of string minus 1. So in this case, which means 0 to len of string was 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 0 to 4. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good. So here Python also supports negative indexing. What does it do? Python also supports negative indexing. So which means the last number would be -1. Okay. The number before that would be -2, -3, -4, and -5. Python also supports negative indexing. So negative indexing always starts with -1 because 0 is already used, right? So the number goes like this, right? And so on. So since 0 is already used at the positive side of the indexing, since we want a negative indexing, so it starts from -1. Okay, so -1 is always the last index, always the last index. Are we clear? Okay, all right. So now if I want to check what is stored in index 3, what is stored in index 3? I know my variable name is what? My variable name is A. So I'm going to say A followed by a square bracket and I will say 3. What does it print? Whatever is stored in index 3, which is nothing but
L.
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 So print A of 0, which is going to
H.
print H.
H. H.
Print A of 2, it is going to print
L.
L. And if I going to say, if I am going to say print A of 5, What will be the right? Because there is the maximum index number is what? 4. But I'm trying to look for 5. I'm trying to look for 5. In this case, it will raise. I mean, if you are going greater than or equal to the length of a string, if the index value is greater than or equal to the length of a string, it raises index error. It raises and it says string index out of range. What is the range here? 0 to 4. And what am I trying to access? 5. And it says index error, string index out of range. So we will try this in the IDLE editor. Okay. So A is equal to hello. Fine. As I said, A of 1 is going to be E. A of 2 is going to be L. A of 3 is going to be L again. Okay, sorry. A of 4 is going to be O. So A, when I say A of -1 is the last value, which is O. A of -3 or -2 I will take, -3, -4 I will take. So which will be A of -4 will be
E. H.
A of -4
E.
E,
it will
sir.
be E.
E.
Right? A of -5 would be H.
H.
Right. Okay. So this you understand that it supports positive and negative indexing. Now, if I go beyond the range A of 5, this is going to raise a index error, string index out of range, string index out of range. So you're going beyond the range A of -6, right? Index error, string index out of range. So there is a limit, there is a range. So within the range, we don't have a problem. But if you go out of the range, beyond the range, then it will throw an index error and stray and say string index out of range. Okay. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is about indexing. This is about indexing. And the next concept that we want to learn is slicing. This slicing. So slicing also has its own syntax if I have to use slicing. For example, just like indexing, if I want to know what is the number, what is the character at index 4, we used to use a square bracket, yes. And if I give 4, this is going to print O. Right. So in the same way, we can use a similar syntax for slicing also. Same square bracket I'll open. So here it takes 3 parameters. It takes 3 parameters. Where to start? So first of all, slice meaning. What does a slice mean?
Piece.
Right, it is basically, if this is a cake, so you basically cut it to certain portion of it, and you take this thing out, and that becomes a slice. So if at all, if I have a string which is a sequence of character, I can take a slice of a string from any point to any point. Okay, so we can take a slice of that string. Okay, does it make sense? So for example, hello. So I want to take a slice of it. So I want to take start from E, go all the way till L. So I want to just take a slice of ELL. With indexing, we can always focus on only one character at a time. Yes, I can only give one value for indexing. Right. With slicing, slice means what is my starting point? What is my ending point. I should know these two important. Yes. Where do I start? Where do I end? So these are important things for a to make a slice. Yes. So even in the strings, if you want to take a slice, you want to have you want to know where to start, right? And then separated by colon, you should know where to end. Okay, so let's talk about just this. You can start and you should know where to end. Okay, so if I have a string, right? The start value is basically there will be some default values. What if I don't provide any value to it? What happens? The default value for start is 0. Okay, it always starts at 0. If I don't provide a default value, it defaults to it. If I don't provide a value, it defaults to 0. And if I don't provide an end value, it defaults to the length of the string. The length of the string. Okay, now are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if I have my string as this, right? I want to take out, take a slice starting from G, T to R. How can I do that? So A of, I
L.
want to know what is my start. So let me write the indexing here. So I'm going to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I want to start at which number? Which index? If I have to take my output as GALO, right? I want to start at jth index. What is the jth index? 3.
3.
Then I have colon. I have to give the end value. Where am I going to end? 0. So gallo. So I want these 4 characters to be present. Yes, I want to take a slice of this 4 characters. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I want. Then I want to end at 7. It will stop before that. So the output of this would be gallo. Are we clear? And
Yes, sir.
if I don't provide any start or okay, what happens if I do this? What will be the output of this? I have not given my start value, but I've just given colon 7, which means I have given the end value.
BAN.
So if we don't
B.
give any specify value, right, thus for the start, the default would be 0, which means this will get translated internally as A of 0 colon 7, which means
BAN.
the
Hello.
output would be Bangalore. Okay. Or if I say I'm starting at 3 and I'm not giving the end value. So what would this be?
G. GALORE.
Yes,
LORE.
the default value for the right, the default value for the end is length of the string. So which is nothing but so this gets internally translated to 3 colon 9. So this would basically print galore. Okay, now so this is about slicing.